83 in Tampa, 86 in St. Pete. 70s to the north as you go across I-10. Ooh, Key West, 87 degrees at 5 o'clock in the morning. There you go. That's an August start. Dew points in the upper 70s. That's not going to change, at least for the next day or two. And just a very humid air mass. And the thing is just above the surface, it's kind of dry. So the fact that it's a little bit dry is holding down the rain chances. So we're going to keep the rain chance today on the lower side really at about 20%, and then typically in August, our rain chances are up around 60%. We're going to be around 20% for today. We are going to get a little bit of drier air at the surface by Friday afternoon and by Saturday morning. I think Saturday morning is going to be delightful around here. The problem with bringing drier air at the surface is it's really going to allow those high temperatures to soar. So while instead of being at 91 with a heat index of 102, we're going to be at 94 with a heat index of 100. I mean, you're kind of trading the heat for the humidity, but it will come rolling back pretty quickly next week. So a little break. I think Saturday and Sunday mornings, you're going to love those, but the afternoons will be really hot. 1 or 2 isolated thunderstorms today. Not a ton of stuff. This is one of those days, again, where you get rain, good for you. Tomorrow, probably the best rain chance we have. And the reason is a boundary is going to come through from the northeast, and that's going to help to spark a few showers and storms for your Thursday afternoon. That's good. It's a good thing. So just in general, we're going to struggle for the next several days in terms of rainfall. If you look at Ernesto, you're saying to yourself, well, where is it? Okay, it looks you have 2 distinct areas of convection here, one to the south of Puerto Rico, one to the north. The center is the one to the north, and the center itself is walling itself off, getting itself better organized. The hurricane center said at 5 o'clock, this may very well be a hurricane already. But by radar presentation, it doesn't look that. So it kept it as a tropical storm for now. It's moving away from Puerto Rico. A plane will be in there later this morning to investigate, and it would not surprise me to have a hurricane by 11 o'clock this morning, or 8 o'clock this morning, but definitely by 11 o'clock. The path hasn't changed. The thinking hasn't changed, that this is going to move to the north, become a major hurricane, and impact Bermuda. Bermuda's a small island, okay, and it's out in the middle of the Atlantic, so it's very hard to get a direct hit. So we're going to have to watch this very closely, but see how the cone is narrowing. Bermuda might be 100 miles on either side of this, so it's going to present a huge problem for them. Now, how about the East Coast? The East Coast is going to have a problem with these big swells. Okay, and these big rip currents, especially up in New England. That's going to be a huge problem this weekend. Ernesto's the one bringing the dry air in at the surface. Isn't that interesting? That a hurricane, or soon-to-be hurricane, well to our east, is actually going to dry it out here a little bit. But my biggest concern for really the only concern for the U.S., the wave heights and not the high surf and the rip currents right along the East Coast, especially up in New England. And typically when a storm passes hundreds of miles offshore, people are out there. They're doing their surfing, they're doing their thing. But some of these rip currents are going to be very, very dangerous. That's the problem for the U.S. Bermuda could get very close to a direct hit from this storm. 93 degrees for us today. Lots of heat, lots of humidity, but low on the rain chance. 80 degrees again tonight, and then tomorrow at least a 40% rain chance. Kind of excited about that, even though 60% is actually where we should be for this time of year. We don't get back there anytime soon. In fact, we'll take rain out of the forecast for the weekend and then slowly introduce it for early next week. Elise?